Hi, in this video I'm hoping to give you a few ideas on how you can live a long and happy retirement. Now, all of my videos generally have been directed for retirees with that goal in mind, but I'd like to hark back a little bit, and if you'll bear with me, I started placing videos on YouTube in 2017. I did so after watching a video by a fellow called Connor Neal, a professional speaker, who advised us in his video that we would become very competent at being able to speak to audiences if we got more practice at it, and we could practice at it by simply talking into a webcam like I'm doing now. So this is what I did. I started about 7 years ago, and I've probably placed about 1900 videos in that time. Now that's a lot, on all manner of subjects. And after all that time, after about 6 years anyway, I'd picked up about 35 subscribers and had a few dozen comments and maybe a few hundred likes, and that was it. So obviously I wasn't very successful. And then, and this does concern you, I placed my first video on retirement. I simply called it Some Thoughts on Retirement, thinking that it would get the usual response. It got 7,300 hits in a few days, and now I think it's up to about 15,000 hits. That one video. That convinced me that people like yourself, retirees, are really, really interested in what they're going to do when they're retired. So I kept putting these on there, many. I probably placed about 80 or 90 so far on the subject of retirement. Now I'm thinking to myself, what can I say that people like you really need? How can I come up with more ideas, more things for you to take away? I thought that would be a challenge. I really did. I thought, well, what do I know about retirement? Sure, I've been retired for a long while, coming up for 29 years next month. No, month after next, April 2024. But I haven't studied the subject. I mean, I know nothing about the financial aspects of being retired, investments and so forth. All I've done is lived through 29 years of being a retiree, and I've enjoyed it. And I'm thinking that what I can give to you perhaps can help you with your enjoyment too. But as I said, how could I keep coming up with new ideas? But I never realised this. Once you set in motion the goal of wanting to be creative in helping others, the ideas just flow. I sat down and I drew what they call a mind map. I don't know whether you've ever heard of a mind map, but here's my mind map on retirement so far. It's just the inside of an exercise book, and I've divided it roughly into these areas: retirement, living in balance. And I've talked about hobbies, relationship, purpose, life philosophy, learning, do's and don'ts, health, etc. And the list goes on, and I keep adding things to it. And I thought I wouldn't be able to do that. I thought, well, what can I do? Surely I'm going to run out of material. And maybe that's what I'm doing now to a certain degree, because I'm certainly just filling in on what I've done so far. But in this video I'd like to say this: creativity. When you're all throughout life, we're creating our environment with our thoughts and our feelings, and what we do with our actions, our goals, etc. Now, in retirement, we enter a stage of our life where we have a sort of freedom that we've never had before. This is when we really can go outside the square, look at new ideas, be creative, ask ourselves questions like, what do I really want to do? What sort of situation would I like to be in 3 years, say, from now, or 5 years from now? Doing what I'm doing to enjoy bringing that into being. Think creatively. If you find that whatever you're doing is giving you angst, you're not enjoying it, or you're just doing it for an old routine because this is always the way I've done it and it's comfortable anyway, I don't really like it that much, well, change it. Now's the time to get really creative. Keep an ideas book. Keep a gratitude book. That's one of the things I started for a while, kept it up for a couple of years. You write in it every day the things you're grateful for. It changes your way of thinking. All those things you've taken for granted, like the fact that you can see still, you can hear still, you still can go for a walk, you still have friends, you're still mobile, you still enjoy watching TV, etc., etc. The list is endless. Keep putting down a few things in that gratitude book and you'll start to be grateful for your life. And when you're grateful for your life, you start feeling better, really better. So creativity, a gratitude book and an ideas book. Jot things down. Never let a thing pass you by and you don't jot down an idea, and think about it to make your life better. And in doing so, think about making other people's lives better. That's the secret. Doing what you love, loving what you're doing, contributing to the common weal, and giving yourself a real important purpose in your life. That's the secret.